Hey guys, Steve from the Tech Buzz Gaming. I've got a very interesting subject that I want to talk about when collecting video games, and we're going to talk about it right after this. All right, guys, you may or may not have seen my post on Facebook, and I thought, well, maybe I didn't explain things correctly in my post. Maybe it was taken out of context. Maybe people were just kind of giving their opinion on it, and that's fine. That's what I want. I want your opinion on it because I want to know, am I going crazy here? So one of the things that I wanted to bring up, it's convention season, right? Everybody's going to be going to conventions. In fact, I'm going to a few conventions as a guest. I'll be live streaming there, talking to a bunch of the convention goers. But one of the things that I like to do when I go to conventions is pick up video games. And a lot of times there are resellers there that have great value in the games that they bring. And then there's also resellers that just try to gouge you. And what I want to talk about today is maybe bringing awareness to some of this and how we can help reshape the retro game collecting community. Now, one of the things that I've seen recently is a lot of vendors, they like to charge the full value of the game no matter what condition it's in. I know when I used to collect baseball cards growing up and I saw cards that had folds and bends in them, you didn't get the same price as one that was in perfect shape, perfectly centered, no gum stains, things like that, right? The retro video game world doesn't see that same thing, at least from my experience. There are some sellers that do see that, but then there's others that think they can get full price because it's a rare game.
Oh my God!
I have this Joe Montana Sega Genesis game, and you can see it's got this label over it. Now, I know some of the folks out there, they love the labels because it helps tell what the original price was. On this one, it was 99 cents, and it helps tell a story, and some people are like, yeah, I want to buy that. Or some people just want to play the game. They're not really collecting full sets. They're not looking for quality, so to speak. They just want to get it. But if this game is worth $20, it's not, but let's just say it was, and a completely minty copy of this is also worth $20 in the eyes of the retro game community, why would I pay $20 for one with a label? Okay, unless I'm into that sort of thing, maybe I'm collecting for that, but I think that gives too much power to these resellers. To me, if this game is worth $20 in mint condition, meaning there's no broken pieces on the plastic, the game plays well, you plug it in, it has no labels, it has no destruction, because I don't care what you say. There's people out there like, oh, you can remove those labels, but that doesn't guarantee there's no damage to the label. And besides, for how long that label's been on there, you could have discoloration that shows up underneath because this has seen the light and the sun, where this hasn't. So there's always that. But to me, if it says it's worth $20 in price charting or eBay sold, then it better be immaculate condition. Otherwise, this game, maybe $2, $3, which is fine for some of the folks out there that want to just buy this just to play it, right? For those that want to collect, that like myself, who are building the NES collection, that's something that I don't want to pay the value of the game for something that has a label on. And I know the argument's going to come out there that people are going to say, well, it's your decision not to do that. But you can't control the seller. That's true. I can't control the seller, but I can help control the narrative a little bit by saying to you guys, stop paying full price for these games that are essentially damaged. Right? They're not clean. Take, for instance, another one here, Master Blaster for the NES. When I got it, it has a little bit of label lift on the side, and it's got, the sticker that's ripped off here that somebody tried to remove it. It's not mint, but I know a lot of places, they're asking for mint prices. Even on the back label, you can see the label's lifting and it's torn. To me, this is not worth the value that they're asking for it. Or here, Burger Time, you have the label, it's faded, over top of the actual label, and on the back, you got some residue can be removed, you got some bubbling here, you've got some different things. Now, some different resellers will remove some of that stuff, but sometimes it's not always possible, and they'll leave it on there, and they know which ones they can remove and which ones they can't. Another one that's rarer, and this is why I bought it like this, it's Dudes with Attitudes, and you can see this is a license, but it's a non-licensed, it's a third party. And this is another one that's hard to find, which is why I bought it. Well knowing that you know, the label's ripped up top. So if I find one down the road, it even has some clear tape on it, holding the label down, and on the back. This one is valuable because it's hard to find. Does that mean I'm going to get full value for it? No, absolutely not. I know this, but I bet you there's resellers out there selling this for full value.
Oh my God!
It's a standard. Now, I want to show you one that is worth about $120, and that is Toxic Crusaders. Now, you notice I have this in this plastic sleeve. It's how I got it. It is clean. There's not one label on it. The label's perfect. It's not a repro. Perfect condition. I got it at a convention from a very reputable, and there's no lifting of the label. This, in all intents and purposes, if I was going to sell it, I would expect to get mint price for this. $120. I believe that's what it was going for. That's what I expect. It's a pristine, as we all say, clean copy, even to the back label. Why is this important? Why are you bringing this up? Are you angry? Did somebody give you a bad deal?
You mad, bro? You mad, bro?
Steve, what's going on? No, it's not that. The reason being because there's a lot of talk right now about reselling in the community. Some people are against it, some people are for it. So I'm going to put it out to you this way. This is my stance on reselling. It's the individual person's collection. They can do with whatever they want with it, however they want with it. If somebody gave them games and they're reselling it for value, that's on them. Whether it's ethically right or wrong, it's on them. I'm not judging. And the reason I'll say that is if somebody gives you a house or somebody gives you a car and then you turn around to upgrade that car, or you turn around to upgrade your house because maybe it was a starter house and it's small, and you sell that house, should you be chastised because you got the house for free, or it was handed down from a family member because you sold it to get a bigger house or something else that you might have wanted? I'll let you think about that one for a second. Which brings me to my next point. If I were to go to sell my collection, I in my head know what a rough estimate of what I could get from my collection based on what I see sellers buying video games for. A lot of them will buy them for 30 to 40% of their value, depending on condition. Okay, there's that condition word, right? Why is it though, if they will only buy it for 30 or 40% of its condition, they'll give you even less. They end up with some of these labels, but then turn around and sell them for the value of that game according to price chart as a mint value. That's not right. I could understand you paying mint for this. And you know, if you have a lot of good games, listen, resellers got to make money. Stores, they got to make money. So if they give you 30 to 40% of value, they claim that they can only sell it up to 60% of the value, which we all know that this is not true. They sell it for about 80 to 95% of the value, sometimes right at value that I've seen. But there are some ethical resellers out there. One thing I could tell you, during a sale that we did with GameStop, where they had the Street Fighter 6 Collector's Edition. I recently traded that in because I had two of them. It was sealed for the Xbox. That helped get the Neo Geo X, which I'll talk about in a later video. It was sealed, not even open. The value on it was $250 if you were to buy it new from GameStop. Obviously, I didn't pay that. I paid, I think it was $75 for that. It was with their sale. Okay, they didn't know that. I take it in, I want to trade it in toward credit for this. The maximum that they were giving me for that was $100 because they claimed they could only sell it for $125. And I was like, well, it's unopened. You should be able to get whatever the value is. And they're going, well, it depends on the value on eBay of what it's sold for. And some of them were only selling for $80. And I was like, I don't know. Some people, you guys know how they work eBay. But anyways, everybody's got to make money. Everybody's got to try to get the best deal possible. So what I'm saying to you guys, stop paying unless you really want these labels on it and you really don't care. Stop paying full market value for these games that have these labels that look like, just ruins the collection. It doesn't even look nice on your shelves. A lot of these games that I had gotten with banged up labels, I'm always looking to replace them. Not so much with the Sega like this. I just wanted to play Joe Montana, so I bought it. I think I paid 99 cents for this. I don't even think I paid $1 or $2, and that's what it was originally. Sports games don't go for a lot, except there's certain rarities. So I want to see what you think. Do you think I'm right? Do you think I'm wrong? If you think I'm wrong, explain why you think I'm wrong, and let's have a discussion about it. I wanted this to be a different type of video because, you guys know I'm collecting, and, I'm not one to sell things, and I just want to, I want to understand this a little bit better, kind of see where this is going. So let me know in the comments below if you like this kind of content, like and subscribe, and until next time, guys, keep it buzzing.